This here is a show that I can get wins, so I lead off with Bronzorg, he got the Caracost, I go for Flash Cannon, didn't have much, I was thinking it'd be super effective, because, you know, it's rock water, but, it's whatever, knock off, I survive it. I'm like, you know what, Flash Cannon, get the critical hit, take it out, okay, I'm like, boom boom, 2-hit KO, whatever. I'm like, ooh, Mag Mortar, I switch, I'll go into Slow King, I'm like, hey, Slow King, handle this for me, bruh. I don't have a water attack on it, so I'm just hoping to fake him out, which I do, and I go for Thunder Wave, get the paralyzed hacks on this thing. I go for Foul Play, super effective, it hurts it a bit, and it's paralyzed, can't move. I'm thinking I can rock with that. I go for another Foul Play, I hurt it some more, get the para hacks again. I'm like, I'm liking this. I am liking this. Go for another Foul Play, I get the critical hit, that insult to injury, finish it off. I'm thinking, this is gonna be alright. This is gonna be alright. He goes for the U-turn, gets up out of there, and I go for another Thunder Wave. I paralyzed his Yanmega. And I was thinking, okay, that's a fair trade because it can outspeed me for starters, because it obviously has the speed boost. So I'm hoping that maybe the paralyze can balance out him getting that first speed boost. But it doesn't really matter because he takes out my Abomasnow 2 hits. So I go into my Exploud. I haven't used Ice Fang. I know, weird thing to put on it, but I couldn't really think of anything else, and luckily I can't outspeed it with the para hack, so Slow King did do something good for me, and it gets finished off. I'm like, okay, thank you, Abomasnow, what the hell? But Exploud gets taken out by the critical hit U-turn, and I'm like, okay. So I go into Bronzorg, it gets taken out by a Drain Punch. I'm like, rats, just my luck, just my damn luck. So I go into Slow King, and this is the part where everything just turns completely slow. First I paralyze this Hitmonchan, and then he switches out, he goes into Braviary. I go for Foul Play thinking he would stay in. I really wanted to paralyze this thing too. I go for the Protect to get some HP back so I can take more U-turns from it. And really what happens is just a whole back and forth triangle type of thing with my Slow King and his 3 Pokemon that are left. He sends up the Mag Mortar, I go for a Foul Play, realizing that he's just going to U-turn and just switch out every time. I'm like thinking, okay, I can rock with that. I'm good. So I kept going back and forth. I sent in Chinchino thinking I can tail slap it. He survives with 1 HP, but doesn't do anything, outspeeds, so I couldn't get anything off. Chinchino did its part, I guess you can say. So Slow King's back in, I'm using Foul Play. I'm like, okay, let's see how long I can last against this thing. Let's see how long I can last. Fairly well, obviously, because it's water and fire, so I have the advantage. Especially when it comes to taking hits. So I go for another Foul Play in the Braviary that he sends in. I go for Protect just to stall, because I really don't want to take any chances. I need all the HP I can get, because I know this guy can hit hard. Look at that. He took me down a half, so I would have lost if I didn't do what I did. And he goes back into Hitmonchan. The thing's paralyzed. I slack off, get some HP back. He goes for the Drain Punch. We're just going back and forth, blow for blow, tit for tat, you know what I'm saying? Just doing my Foul Play thing, him doing his Drain Punch thing, because, you know, he doesn't want to lose HP. I'm like, okay, he's hitting me harder than I'm hitting him, because this Slow King is actually special, meant for special attacks. I don't know why I have it set up the way I do, I just do. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to keep stalling you out, slack off, got my HP back. He gets paralyzed, he's probably pissed, so I'm going for the Foul Play. I take out his Mag Mortar, and I'm like, okay, that's one less threat out the way, because in actuality, I wanted to have my Shedinja take out his Hitmonchan because I never used it at all in the battle, but I figured that I couldn't do that because he has Braviary. And that thing's gonna obviously have the Brave Bird. So I just kept Slow King in the rest of this and just kept stalling this guy out repeatedly, turn after turn. Not the most gracious of a win, but it's still a win, right? So I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna take every hit you throw at me. I'm gonna protect, get the leftovers back. You're doing your Mach Punch thing. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna disrespect that. Then he forfeits and he leaves, realizing that it would just go on forever, back and forth. I thought that was pretty good, not too bad. And then I have this battle right here. This one was a pretty good one as well. I'm on the other side actually. I got the Espeump. I lead off with a Shadow Ball, take out his Espeon, just 1 hit, no problem. I'm thinking, oh, Heracross, it's gonna hit me with a bug attack, but no, it goes for the Bullet Seed. I was a little shocked about that. I was confused. I was like, did you predict me to switch into Quagsire? That was a good plan on his part if he did. So I go into Ryu, thinking I could take him out with the extra sensory, which I don't, and he takes me out with a Rock Blast. I was afraid of this Heracross, to be honest. Then I go into SP Bump, outspeed, Dazzling Gleam like it's nothing. Then he sends out the his Forestress. I send out mine. I'm like, you want to go for that? Let's go. He rapid spins, gets rid of my rocks. I don't even know why I set those up. I was being stupid. I go for the Earthquake. I really should have went for a Toxic instead. I should have been more smart and thought of a prediction. So it takes me out with the Flamethrower. I'm like, that's a thing. So I go in the World Star. My Diggers B though. I go for the Brick Break. I heard it pretty bad. It hits me with the Toxic. I'm like, you're gonna regret that. Gonna regret that. You don't like my World Star when he gets angry. Take it out again with the Brick Break. It's funny, I always thought that this Blissey would turn into a fairy as well with the new gen, but I'm not complaining. I was able to hit him with all I got. So World Star's just doing his thing using Brick Break. I don't know why I use Brick Break. I should have just stuck with Earthquake so I can get the stab damage as well. So I get off that final Earthquake. Then I get taken out by the Bug Bite. I'm like, okay. I'm okay with that. I go into Not My While, because come on. This thing right here, Not My While. And I go for the knockoff, take it out. I'm like, okay, I can rock with this. This thing transforms into a water type. I'm like, whatever. I go for the knockoff, take it out completely. I was honestly shocked that I was able to take it out, but I wasn't complaining, really. He goes, just take a sword, I survive it, and I go for the knockoff, I finish him off. I was like, I didn't even need my SB Ump for backup. Not my while, man. As you can clearly see, these guys not my while. I am able to get some wins and make some good plays. So don't let the other battle fool you. The other ones I have where I lost terribly. I can do stuff. I just believe in myself. So thank you. Come again.